kind of pigs.
The first effects of Hurricane Gale are now directly being felt along the South Florida coast.
Oh, have all the acts shown up?
Are we all set? Where's the MC?
All set. Ladies, trees are falling. Power lines are down.
Bunch, I'm sorry. I just don't like the idea of this club. I mean, it seems so discriminatory.
Dorothy, there is nothing wrong with being proud of what you are. This club celebrates those individuals who can prove they come from 100% Southern Confederate stock. And if you can't, then fiddle-de-doo to you. Sophia's out on bail awaiting her trial.
Well, if Dorothy had said it, you'd think it was brilliant.
So, this is life on the outside. It's changed. You've all gotten so old.
Ma, knock it off. You were gone an hour. If anyone's upset, it should be me.
Father could eat dinner, read the newspaper, make love, give himself a pedicure all within an hour. And he never got up from the kitchen table.
Well, I think the McDowells were delightful.
I did too.
So did I. Oh, I just love to welcome people to the neighborhood.
Oh, my God. My rear tires have less pressure in them.
I'm ready.
The moon is hanging awful low in the sky tonight.
A few minutes to come up with it.
These are for you, Mama.
There's $1 I'll never see.
What a terrible night that was. I remember we were trying to make a train connection to get back to Miami.
Come on, girls. We only have 10 minutes to catch our next train.
I don't think I can take another 3 hours on a train. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. But then again, I've always...
Oh, boy, problems. My mother wanted me to be a priest, but no, I had to pursue the flashy world of academics. Sit down.
Thank you. Dean Tucker, my name is Blanche Devereaux, and I have something extremely important to discuss with you.
Could this wait till next?
That's the beauty of it. He's been lulled into a false sense of security for the past 70 years, so I don't want you showing up like a wallflower and blowing my big moment.
Sophia's right. Oh, Dorothy, come on, borrow one of my men. One of my many.
All right.
Hey, the rain is supposed to relax me.
Is it working?
Not really. I keep worrying that I left my car windows down. Oh, Dorothy, I feel so helpless. I get upset every time I think about it.
Now, look, Rose, stop whining. You know that you're going to have to speak...
Justin, we do a show about women who live together, and they jumped on it.
Well, Rose, that's a great idea.
We already have 2 women lined up. We just have to find 2 more.
Oh, my God, Rose, open your eyes. This is exactly the kind of exposure I've been looking for.
Please, enough of your exposure. We've already lost 3 gardeners.
Let's.
Really? Would you like to go to bed with me?
Take me out to the ball game. Stanley, these seats are pretty far from the field.
Yeah. Dorothy?
No, it's nothing like that. I'm having problems with Dorothy and Gloria. I'm a terrible mother.
You're a wonderful mother.
No, I really upset my Dorothy. She's at a very difficult age. Just out of...
Yeah, that's very funny, Rose. Yeah, I'm gonna grab a bite to eat. I passed this burger joint around the corner. Look like there might be some kids here.
Oh, but Dollop, wait a minute, you just got here. Oh, I'd really prefer you to stay. I planned a special meal for you, David.
Tomorrow. I love leftovers.
Well, what time will you be back?
The music, Rose.
give the mud a swallow, but he doesn't know where to stop, also like your Uncle Al. So we sing a little Puccini, stretch out on the couch, and take a nap together. All in all, a very pleasant afternoon.
Rose, the dog is drooling on my foot.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
Look, Rose,
Well, he's our shoe repair guy. I told him you're dying to go out with him.
Errol, I'm sorry you made the trip for nothing. My mother refuses to accept the fact that I am getting married in 3 days.
So, what are you doing tonight?
Goodbye, Errol.
Mom!
Charming,
Yes.
irresistible to men.
God, Clayton, you are me. But I still just can't...
Blanche, I spent a long time lying to myself. It felt a lot better when I stopped.
I killed her. I might just as well have shot her with a gun.
Honey, the woman was 83. She had a heart attack. It was just a coincidence. Now, you haven't slept for 2 nights. You have to stop torturing yourself.
Yes, you're right.
Well, Rose, honey, you can't sleep again.
No.
Oh, Rose, you have to put this terrible thing behind.
Did you hear what he just
Listen,
said?
this guy came to me. Salvador wanted to tell you, but I wouldn't let him. I cared for you both too much to let your marriage break up. And Sal felt so guilty he never gambled again. It was worth it. Oh, that was a very lovely thing you did, Mr. Weinstock, wasn't it, Ma? Wasn't it, Ma?
Well, this is not the end, I can promise you that. Justice will be done here. I hate criminals. I just hate them. Someone's going to pay for this heinous crime. We're going to have a good old-fashioned hanging. That's right, a hanging. Only first we'll have a whipping, and then we'll have a hanging.
Lap and peed on me.
I guess old habits die hard.
Listen, why don't I go back with Dorothy and then you can stop by the house when you're finished?
You're a terrific lady, Rose Nyland.
Thank you.
So how come you're not wearing the terrific lady button I got for you?
Oh, sorry. No, thank you.
Now, that wasn't so bad, was it?
Joe, I need a price check on some condoms. These 3 ladies here want a couple of boxes of the King George prophylactics.
Hello. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
Dorothy, meet my director, Cy Ferber. Cy, my daughter, Dorothy.
Daughter? You're kidding.
Cy, I assure you, I won't be flattered if you say you thought she was my sister.
No.
Match your shoes. Oh, Harry, thanks so much for coming.
Frank, talk to me. What's going on here?
Well, he isn't feeling very well, so we thought we'd have you over for a drink.
This morning, I just couldn't go to the drugstore without giving you this.
Well, thank you. Oh, why are you going to the drugstore?
I'm your pharmacist.
You're Bill. Bill the pharmacist.
Bill, the man in your life. I'll pick you up after work. Goodbye, my love.
Well, I had a good time. He's very nice. But you know, the best part of it is I think I'm over my menopausal depression.
Honey, you just needed the confidence to know that you're still attractive. And Dr. Parks helped do that.
Oh, no, well, maybe a little, but I know that beauty like mine cannot fade overnight, so he didn't really have that much to do with it.
I can't let that happen. I just can't.
Oh, my God. It's worse than I thought. Now, this is more baffling than the Paxton Osgood case. First, Rose had to lie about the money, and now she's hiding some deep, dark secret about Charlie.
Well, Blanche, whatever it is none of our business. Come on, Ma, let's go to bed.
What? Kind of hard to tell. All I can see is a fedora.
Oh, my God.
Who's that at the door?
It's me, Blanche.
The other side.
Move, Rose.
Ma, don't.
I have to, Dorothy.
Ma! Why, Angela, you really don't have to go.
Thank you, Dorothy. I'd like to stay, but I hate your mother. Goodbye, ladies, and thank you for everything.
She's still here? I think they should name it after you. Zbornak syndrome.
Zbornak syndrome. That sounds like a chess move. Devereaux's disease has a nice ring to it.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it was just a thought.
It's him. Who? I can't believe it.
I saw him first, too.
Well, 3?
Do we hear 4?
Well, that was more like a 10-day, 2-week span.
For me, that's a lifetime span.
Not even.
Do you realize I'll be 65 years old when this child graduates?
No.
Oh. Look, I know my coming here hurt you, but this wasn't any picnic for me either. I'm angry too. I grew up not knowing anything about my father. Who he was, what he was. I wish you could just tell me something about my father. Whether you like it or not.
It's my Uncle Lucas. He's perfect. All man, all heart, all yours.
Blanche, forget it. It's not going to work out. I mean, he's a little bit country, and I'm a little bit too smart for this.
You've got Uncle Lucas all wrong. He's a man of cultivation and high taste.
Don't look so worried. I handle the books.
Hello? What? Oh, no, we'll be right there.
What's the matter?
I don't understand.
It'll turn to mush, but I'll always have my degree.
And I just never wanted to come out. Fortunately, someone was there to get me out of that room. Thanks, Ma.
Sure, pussycat.
You know, Sophia, this birthday thing kind of has me depressed as well. You think you could help me too?
Sure. No matter how bad things get, remember these sayings.
Maybe this is my fault. Maybe I've been pushing you.
It's not you.
Blanche, you're the same person that you always were. You have to believe that.
Oh, I want to, Simon, and I have tried. But I can't.
Darling, this is not the time for your vivid imagination to get...
Goodbye, Rose. Goodbye, Blanche again. It's my pleasure, ladies. Goodbye.
Laszlo, I'll see you tomorrow.
Indeed.
That sure sounded as if you and Laszlo have something going.
Maybe.
My date will be here soon. I'd better get ready.
Oh, Ma, will you knock it off?
Oh, you're right. At 82, what am I going to get ready? I always have my purse, and I shouldn't pee until he's got the motor running.
At any age, you ought to be ready for your date, Sophia.
Blanche, she doesn't have a date.
No, I was thinking more about that time.
No, I know. I'm sorry, honey. I'm just scared.
Well, it's understandable.
No, it's surprising. You know, when I was married to Stan, there were moments when I'd look at my life and think, oh, my God, what if I lost him? Well, I guess you can't just turn your back on 38 years of living because part of me feels that way right now. And
Funnier. Okay, you're talking to your loved ones. Complete this sentence. I'm tired of spending time with you miserable A, gypsies, B, bottom feeders, C, howler monkeys.
Howler monkeys.
I'm not here to confess, Father. I did that a day and a half ago. At my age, how much can I sin? What, I had an impure thought? I'd kill to have an impure thought. That would be 2 sins. But now I'm telling you your business. Let me get to the real point of my visit. It's about you and my...
Sorry. Well, darling, I can't come see you this weekend. No way, I mean it. If it had been any other weekend. I know, but I'm queen of a ball. Isn't that something? Here, listen to this. Quote, the highlight being the Citrus Festival. County knew was actually a social disease.
Congratulations, Rose, a new record. And you've done it without needing penicillin.
Now, Rose knows I don't mean anything, don't you, honey? We all have our dry spells.
You can borrow the earrings, Blanche. I'm not going anywhere tonight. In fact, why don't you just hang on?
I want to.
Nobody ever believes me when I'm telling the truth. I guess it's the curse of being a devastatingly beautiful woman.
Oh, please.
The only other woman who could possibly understand what I've been through is Priscilla Presley. And Susan Anton.
Can't believe this.
I'm sorry, Rose, but I have to grade you like everybody else.
Well, look, Dorothy, you made a mistake. I got that question right.
Rose, the question was, who was the leader of the Third Reich? You wrote Fritz Stickelmeyer, your high school history teacher. The correct answer...
And I get that way. All kinds of feelings tumbling all over themselves. Well, you know, you're not quite blue because you're not really sad. And although you're a little bit jealous, you wouldn't say you're green with envy. And every now and then you realize you're kind of scared, but you'd hardly call yourself yellow. I hate that feeling. I just hate it. And I hate the color magenta. Rose, honey, you've got to stop torturing yourself like this. Now, Count Bessie is gone.
I know. It's just such a tragedy. Who cooks a musician at the height of her
goods? They practically gave grades away.
Blanche, in your neck of the woods, men named Bubba get into law school. But Blanche, it's time that somebody took a stand. I mean, it's time that somebody made a difference in Kevin's life.
Oh, Rose, honey, did you make the call?
Blanche, I appreciate you giving me the dental exam.
About you. When Martha takes those pills or whatever and the life drains out of her, you're going to be in that room alone. What are you going to do, Ma? How are you going to feel?
I don't know, but I'll deal with it.
When my time comes, I sure want somebody to put...
What is going on here?
I'm looking through the personals to find myself a man. Remember what that is, Dorothy? It's an animal, kind of like a woman, except that it's got a...
Ma! I know what a man is, but I tell you, I would never look for one through the personals. You know why? Because I have standards. I have intelligence. May I help you?
Yes. Does the mean-looking white woman I just passed live here?
Oh, no.
Oh. Then I come to apply for the housekeeping position.
Please, come right in.
Thank you. I'm Marguerite Brown.
Oh, I'm Dorothy. The rest of us have a lot of material to cover today if we don't want to fall behind.
You're not really gonna teach, are you?
Well, that is the idea.
Look, listen, lady, we're here because we know how to do our jobs. That's why they gave us a free week in Miami. I mean, usually we come to a seminar like this and you check off our names and we go play some golf. You're
No. I have the purchase order right here in front of me. This was your mistake, and we're not paying for it. Problems. The world is bringing...
Oh, Sophia.
Oh, hi. Come on in. Sit down.
We're sorry to barge in like this. We were wondering if Mr. Fixit was here.
Chuck is here.
Oh, darn. Do you think he could change into Mr. Fixit?
It's a mental illness, Rose, not a masquerade party.
In Sicily, we had a guy with a multiple personality, only...
I'm so sorry that I dragged her out on the cord and made her run back and forth so hard. I wish it had been me instead of her because it's all my fault. We might as well take down that banner and put up one that says, "Welcome to the Dorothy Killed Trudy Party."
Found in certain trees and plants. Rose.
What is juicy fruit?
No, I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Charlie, you rang in.
I didn't mean to buzz. I was just scratching myself.
It's going to be a very costly...
A lot of work to do here.
I can't believe you're still working on that article. I thought you were just going to help organize it.
I can't believe you're doing this again. You're letting him take advantage of you like he did in high school.
He is under a lot of pressure, and I don't want him to kiss his deadline.
Every day, it doesn't always turn out for the best. That was the case with my Uncle Carlo. He honestly remembered the license number of the trigger man in the Sanducci Vendetta.
So what you're saying is that because nobody's going to believe me anyway, I'm better off if I let people find out what's going on for themselves.
I wouldn't chisel. In the future, a simple, none of your business, Sophia, will suffice.
Tell me honestly, Blanche, do you have any reason to believe that Laszlo might be interested in you?
Well, just the fact that on numerous occasions he has referred to me as his greatest artistic inspiration ever, bar none.
Me to the concert so I'd realize what I've been missing? How stupid I've been?
Now will you go in and get a hearing aid?
You're too late, Ma. I already did. I'm wearing one now.
You got it? Well, that's wonderful.
Terrific, honey.
And the great thing is you can't even see it.
Oh, you're beautiful. I told you, to me, you've always had the elegance of a young Lauren Bacall.
I feel like Hans the plate spinner. Yeah, funny thing about
Rose!
Oh my God, Dorothy, I need help.
Rose, you're headed for a meltdown. Now make a point. Any point.
The point of the story, actually two of the stories.
George, is that really you?
It's me, Blanche.
But you're dead. At least you're supposed to be. I married you 9 years ago. What in hell is going on?
Well, I guess the best thing to do is just give it to you plain and simple. Blanche, I staged my death.
He stained his desk with wanting to be liked. And Blanche, do you remember what I looked like as a kid?
Oh, yes, I do. You were a beautiful child.
I was not. I was short and fat with braces and acne. And I used to think to myself, oh, I would give anything to be just like my Aunt Blanche. To be pretty and popular with lots of...
You miserable.
Oh, would you two knock it off? It's time for another world.
You can't watch Another World.
And why not?
Because you watched it yesterday.
That's exactly why I have to watch it today, Dorothy, to find out what happens. That's why they always say stay tuned for the continuing story of Another World.
Too bad, Black.
I'm ready.
The moon is hanging awful low in the sky tonight, isn't it, Busty? Josie.
It sure is, Biff.
It makes me want to kiss you, Josie.
Oh, mind your manners, Biff.
With this question right, you have a D minus. Rose, you're a high school graduate.
Oh! Sophia, I'm a high school graduate.
Congratulations, now you can get any job involving a cardboard hat. It's only for a couple of hours more.
I can't do it. I mean, pretending we're married, acting as though nothing happened, it's making me crazy.
It's time to take my heart medicine.
You need a glass of water to take your pill?
No pills. I take a shot of scotch at 12 years old if you got it.
Uncle Angelo, I have a confession to make.
Hi, Sophia. Boy, I tell you, there is nothing more invigorating than spending a little time on a boat.
Oh, yeah? Not when I sailed to America. Picture it. There we were, a tired, poor, huddled mass, eating marinara sauce out of...
Thing in me. I just keep remembering how you're not supposed to overload electrical outlets.
Maybe you just shouldn't make love when you're wet.
It was not an easy decision, but it's best that I retire from the sexual arena.
I'm Catholic. I can't spread a wise man on a Ritz cracker.
I can handle men one at a time.
Blanche, could you really do something?
Well, sure I could. If Dorothy will take care of that mess out in the living room.
Come on, now, just a minute. I have my own problems. I'm dealing with a mother who stole money from the government.
Come on, it's not like I'm an elected official.
I'm not talking about anything special. The subject of aliens never came up.
Well, I can give you something to talk about. My date tonight, which turned out to be the most humiliating evening I've ever spent in my entire life.
So, what are we...
No guarantees, no miracles.
Dr. Taylor, you are not going to dissuade me from having this surgery. You see, all my life, my physical beauty has served as a source of inspiration to me and to countless others. But now that beauty seems to be fading, and I'm scared.
Watch me work my magic babe.
Good afternoon. My name is Wendell Murray. I'll be conducting your audit today.
Nice to meet you. I'm Dorothy Zbornak. This is my ex-husband, Stanley.
Wendell. Paisan. Okay, meet me in my office. Yes, right now. I gotta go. I got a sick person. I'll see you later. I love you.
I love you too.
Case, I want you to know that despite everything, I have never, ever loved anyone as much as I loved you.
I know that, Stan.
Then you forgive me?
I forgive you.
That makes me feel so much better.
And that makes me feel so much better.
I gotta tell you, that does make me feel better. What else have you got in there?
Oh!
Wait, what am I doing? I can't play nursey. I'm supposed to have whiplash.
Honey, if we can't be together pretty soon, I'm going to have to go with somebody else, you know, because I haven't been with a man since my husband died 9 years ago, and I'm just about ready to explode.
Airport, I was thinking about what you said, how much courage it took for you to say it. That's when I realized how much you must really love me. Oh, baby. Mama, you were right about Jeremy, too. I can do better. Just took someone who loved me to point it out.
Let's go tell the girls the good news. They're out in the kitchen having cheesecake.
Ma, you'll never guess who I was just on the phone with.
Uncle Vito.
How did you know?
I picked up the phone and listened in. It's a little thing I do.
Girls, my Uncle Vito is coming to Miami for a visit, and he's going to stay with us. He arrives Thursday. He's going to stay a whole week.
That boy had exceptional control. He was always up for extra innings. And his delivery,
I've discovered that the old Stan really wasn't Stan. He was merely a Stan trying to be the Stan that everyone thought Stan should be.
Hey, I've been there.
But now, with a little bit of help, I'm becoming a new Stan.
Oh, great. I'll take a People magazine and a Morning Herald.
Got a phone call. Oh, from a Glenn somebody.
Glenn O'Brien?
Uh-huh.
Did he leave a number?
Who's Glenn O'Brien?
He's the married guy she shacked up with 4 years ago.
And look, I'm not proud of what I did, but didn't seem so bad at the time. He was trapped in a bad marriage.
There's no such thing as being trapped in a marriage.
We could have watched it all day, but visiting hours were only from 10 to 4.
I couldn't sleep. I just kept tossing and turning, thinking about the terrible mistake I made.
Blanche, you did the right thing.
Drop dead.
Blanche, whatever happened to getting beyond your ego?
My ego has nothing to do with it. These drawings are brilliant.
Blanche, I have lived with these characters all my life, and I'm the one to determine if your drawings are brilliant, and that one needs work.
What's wrong with it?
Well, you forgot Melvin, the loneliest sea otter.
I want to tell us how she is.
Blanche, be patient.
We've been here over an hour, Dorothy. Oh, God, what if she's already dead and they're just trying to figure out some way to tell us?
She is not dead.
I remember when people used to die at Shady Pines. I hated the way the nurses used to...
Of course, there's some things I don't understand, like poverty. And the spokesmodel category on Star Search. But then again, you work your wonders in mysterious ways. A couple of years ago, on a night like this, I would have frozen to death because I was by myself.
Oh, hello, princess. Oh, you look absolutely beautiful.
I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for coming.
Oh, no, don't thank me. Thank your mother. There aren't too many women around who could swallow their pride after what went down between us. You're awesome, babe.
I don't know, there was something special about him. He made me feel beautiful.
He made me feel young.
He made me feel smart.
Good, what an actor.
Dorothy, if we were both 25, I could wait, but I need someone in my life now.
Are you sure that you want to marry me, or are you just afraid to be alone?
Who wants to be alone?
Nobody. I don't. But if you're marrying me because I happen to be...
Oh, pussycat, you better get some sleep. The big fight's tomorrow.
Words that have echoed from mother to daughter since time began.
Okay, so I don't turn a phrase like Harriet Nelson. You still better get some sleep.
I can't, Ma. I'm too nervous.
About the money?
No, Ma. I'm... Rose!
I told her to get the hell out of my room.
Oh, Sophia, I want to explain about last night. When I was a little girl, one summer we had a terrible thunderstorm.
Excuse me, Rose. Have I given you any indication at all that I care?
Girls, my father's coming. Be
I don't know how to thank you all for helping me with this test.
Pay us.
Ma! It's our pleasure, Rose.
Okay, what we have to do is try these different hair removal products. You were a child.
Hey, we had comic books in Sicily. My favorite was Benito the Hood. He lived in the forest with his band of merry thugs. Benito was very popular.
You mean because he stole from the rich and gave to the poor?
I said Benito the Hood, not Benito the Idiot. He stole from everyone and kept it for himself.
Here comes the beautiful bride.
Wow, look at you. You look perfect.
Stanley, I'm a little scared.
I'm not. I just feel this is so...
This is pretty trivial, really. I'll do fine with what God gave me. Having Lillian here made me realize that my problems are pretty trite.
I suppose something like this does make your breasts seem rather small.
This cheesecake is delicious.
It's not bad for store-bought.
I'd love to have another cup of coffee. I will put on another pot. Good.
What's all the racket? Oh, Martha and the Vandellas are back.
It's all right, Dorothy. I've got one of...
Maybe they won't come back at all. It happens.
Oh, Ma, don't be ridiculous. Now, come on. I think you're just overly tired. Why don't you go to bed?
Good idea. If that's Sports Illustrated, tell them to call back tomorrow.
Hello? Oh, yes.
Is back in the cave.
I could vomit just looking at you.
That must be Angelo. You two go out the back. He can't see you here.
Okay.
Go ahead, go. Angelo!
Sophia! I'm sorry, Grandma. I wouldn't hurt you for the world. I hope you can forgive me.
That's it?
And I promise to write you more often.
And?
And call you every week.
Every week? What, you think I don't have a social life? You can call me every other week.
Okay, every other week.
Good, you're forgiven. Tired.
We hadn't seen anyone that came close, and we had a lot of fabulous candidates for. No, we were pretty much decided on who.
I was home alone when the phone rang. I ran to answer it, and I tripped over your damn shoes, and I said, "Oh, George, I hate you." It was the police telling me you'd been in an accident. Never thought I'd have the chance, but I'm just so sorry. My last thought...
She's outside. She's bartering with the cabbie, you know. Imagine a man who would take cash over a rooster.
Well, tell us now, what brings you all to Florida?
Well, we are here to take our daughter back to Sicily for her wedding.
Yeah, but Gina came with you.
Gina is not our...
What were you doing out so early this morning?
Well, I couldn't sleep, so I went for a spin last night to Alabama. Blanche, do you know at a truck stop in Tuscaloosa they have an egg dish named after you?
Really? How are they prepared?
Over easy.
You ladies should be grateful. It was our superior sailing skill that saved your lives.
Hanging on to the mast and screaming, "Please, God, take the old ladies, but don't hurt us." That does not qualify as skill.
Look, ladies, we've taken all the guff we're going to take off of you.
No, you... Get him back. I want my Teddy.
But honey, she's just a child. You can't expect a child to give back a toy. Now you do understand, don't you?
Just cut the crap and get back the damn bill.
From rehearsal.
How is she, Dorothy?
Oh, no, the doctor says she's fine. She's just a little shaken up. Right now, rest is the best thing for her.
She's a tough old broad.
Well, I knew she'd be okay. Something similar happened to me back in St. Olaf. I was injured during a spirited game of Go-Wackanoggin.
Doolittle looked like a morphine addict.
There was a time in my life when I wanted to leave St. Olaf. I just didn't feel it was big enough for me. I had my eye on the Great White Way. So I went to St. Gustav, the city that never naps.
The fire.
3 times.
Wow. The seldom achieved Joan of Arc fantasy triple. Sophia, I hate you.
I think I'm... Do tell, Rose.
St. Olaf's most famous OBMAG.
What's that?
Obstetrician magician. The amazing Shapiro. He delivered Bridget.
Banquet?
Not yet. Oh, but I did learn that baked Alaska can actually be cooked locally.
Rose, I have an even bigger scoop for you. Mars bars are made right here on Earth.
Oh, girl. More important than passing your damn course. So you, sir, can kiss my ass. Oh, thank goodness I have been worried sick. Do you realize it's almost 2 in the morning? The 2 merry widows.
Hit it, Blanche!
Family and poltergeist film.
Does Rose Nyland live here?
Oh, I'm sorry, you mister. She just left with her cadet troop.
Could we help you?
I'm Alexei Bovrov from the Russian embassy. Premier Gorbachev read Rose's letter and would like to meet with
Thing. She needs $10 for a cab.
Last chance, Rose. Better come go with me.
Oh, no. I'm too depressed to go to a firehouse. The invite coops in an obscene way. I could never prove it because by the time I would take it home to show my father...
Why, they have a lot of talent back in St. Olaf?
No, it's lunchtime there. I could really go for a smoke kipper hero.
All right, who's auditioning next?
I'm next.
Mom, what the hell are you doing here?
I know it through my leather restraints and outran
Oh, well, whatever.
Ladies, you're forgetting something?
What?
Mrs. Claxton, we can't keep her.
It's work.
Oh, I've missed you.
And I missed you. I wish you knew how much.
I'm not letting go. I'm never letting go.
Come on, Rose, come on!
I'm trying!
Well, try harder.
There you go, honey.
Don't do this to me. You're my two best friends.
How do we know you're telling the truth about that?
Well, I guess you don't.
Morning when I leave the house, I see this bag lady going through the garbage over on 135th Street. She has everything she owns piled in one of those old shopping carts. Well, the other day, for the first time, I noticed she's about our age.
So, as is tradition, I am ready to accept your various gifts and offerings. You may begin, Dorothy.
I appreciate your sense of ritual, Ma, but just so you know, I still have Shady Pines on the speed dial.
It's 5,000, Rose. Decimal points don't have 6 legs.
More than 10% of it thanks to Dorothy here.
Who's keeping score? What's important is that we made a lot of money. I mean, together we made a They were fighting over me.
Touched. Do I have your $1,200?
You have my blessing and you have my money.
For another 1,000, I could go first class.
Arrivederci.
So we'll
watch, but there's nothing we can do. It's her daughter. It's her choice. It's like something that happened back in St. Olaf.
Oh, Rose, stop. Rose, why is it when any one of us makes an observation, the first thing we hear from you is back in St. Olaf? Did it ever occur to you that we might be sick and tired of hearing back in St. Olaf, back in St. Olaf, back in St. Olaf?
Not half as disappointed as I am. I admit at times your stories about being a big shot gangster seemed colorful to me. But I figured you weren't that guy anymore. And if you are, you're not for me.
Wish you'd have told me that before.
But I can't. Every morning when I wake up, it's still there. And that terrifies me. Rose, I do need your help. That's why I came to Miami, to ask you to come home with me. Oh, Rose, please, come home with me.
Yes, both Blanche and I are having a lot of fun, aren't we, Blanche?
Well, who wouldn't have fun eating a foot-long Mr. Ha-Ha dog? Drinking a 32-ounce cherry burpee.
If you drink 3 of them, you get to keep Mr. Ha-Ha's hat.
If you drink 3 of them, It's like making love in an airplane lavatory. Well, you know it's wrong because the guy you're with really should be at the controls. Well, it's just an example. Who are you to judge me? Harry, I win.
We don't have a dictionary.
Yes, we do.
Not anymore. The robbers took it.
They stole our dictionary?
That's right. Too bad.
Ma, disdam is not a word. You made it up.
It's a word.
Fine. Use it in a sentence.
I just found out that Mammy Watkins and Big Daddy had an affair. They were lovers. For over 50 years.
We can't even get anybody to do our windows.
Are you sure?
Yes, Mammy.
I mean, a few hot flashes, and that was it.
Oh, I've heard about those hot flashes.
They didn't bother me. I live in Florida. Who can tell the difference between a hot flash and a weather front?
Oh, but it's also depressing. I had a cousin once didn't get her period for 20 years. Then at 72, she got pregnant.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in the middle of some awful dream. Yet I know it can't be a dream because there are no boy dancers. Mother, I just cannot believe you are actually going to give money to someone like this sperm pusher. You are a Devereaux.
Devereaux has never had
all night talking.
I'm going to bed.
She doesn't feel like talking.
But I got chocolate macadamia nut cheesecake and rum raisin ice cream.
Oh, all right. Start cutting, you scoop.
Ah, that's my girl. So, did you decide what you're going to do?
No. Oh, my luck.
That's great. I'm really proud of you. You'd think you'd miss that feeling you get with that first puff. That feeling of relaxation when you hold it in and then the sheer exhilaration as you exhale slowly.
No, not really. I found other ways to ease my tension.
So much.
Rose, I love you too.
But I also love my friends and my family, and the thought of leaving. I'm sorry.
All right. I understand.
Look, Rose made this for her daughter. Now, you know you're not supposed to eat it until she gets here.
Oh, please, there's enough food here to feed my entire village in Sicily.
Blanche!
Oh, dear, Dorothy, can you help me with the chair? Oh, my back gave out. I figured that would have been about the third thing to go.
Honey, what happened?
I've got to talk to you.
What is it?
I know this sounds crazy, but I'm suspicious.
Of what?
Harry.
Harry?
And I don't know why. There's just something about it I don't like. And I have to tell Blanche.
Tell Blanche what?
That she can't marry him.
The wedding is in 12 minutes. You can't tell her that.
I'm sorry for crying. Me too.
But how can you thank someone who's taken you from crayons to perfumes?
So I hear we only get you for 3 days.
Well, that depends.
On what?
On how my mother feels about my having the baby in Miami.
Here? So close to Cuba?
Well, I thought I could do it alone, but now that it's almost time,
Tired.
We hadn't seen anyone that came close, and we had a lot of fabulous candidates for. No, we were pretty much decided on who.
My load is not being loaded. I will never, ever take you shopping with me again.
Fine. I'll shop at the mall by myself, then I'll be able to pee when I'm good and ready. Dorothy, you found a dress for the banquet. Oh, you just adore.
Good, aren't they? Oh, I don't need them. Then why do you want them? To play army. And sometimes I like to line them up around my bed and pretend I'm Gulliver. You know, Blanche, you put yourself through this hell every year. Are you sure it's worth it?
Of course it's worth it. On my anniversary. Coming, Kendall.
Compliments of Mr. Nesbitt.
Well, how sweet. I'll take it.
No, I've got it, man. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God!
My daughter, no matter what he has to say, she'll see right through it.
Good for Kate. I think that bum deserves everything he gets.
You know, I'm glad he showed up. Now she can get it all over and done with.
Do you think she'll still have time to see Marlo Thomas? Because I'd sure like an autograph.
For your information, I'm not here to audition.
Why are you here?
I realized I had no talent, so I decided to become an agent. Why Ryan O'Neal hasn't come to the same conclusion, I'll never understand. Anyway, I'm proud to announce I'm the exclusive worldwide representative of the Donatello Triplets.
My mother's card is current.
See for yourself. It expired 5 years ago.
I don't know how that could have happened, but I'll put the book on my card, and I want you to know that my card is always current. I come to the library at least 3 times a week, and my books are always returned promptly during regular library.
Confided in each other. If I betrayed that trust, she'd never forgive me. I'd never forgive myself.
Well, then I think you should talk to her as soon as she gets back.
Well, I think you're right. I do need to try and straighten this out. I don't know what to say to her.
I used to know a girl like that in Sicily. She slept with every Tom, Dick, and Vito in our village.
For one good ticket way up front.
What about me?
I thought about that. This is the plan. We'll get one of those really long overcoats. I'll stand on your shoulders and...
And what? Blend in with the circus folk?
Dorothy, I need to get close to the Pope so I can ask him to come and bless my friend Agnes in the hospital.
Oh, honey, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm fine. Oh, we're just so glad to have you back. So good to be back. I couldn't have done it without you. Where's Sophia?
She's in the kitchen, sweetheart. She has a little surprise for you.
Excuse me, if you're trying to be a good American.
You two, please keep your voices down. I have shopped and dated extensively throughout this market.
That does it. That does it. I am shopping for myself.
Fine. Blanche and I'll do very nicely on our own.
Oh, no, I'm not shopping with you, Mary Poppins. Hollingsworth of Atlanta, daughter of Curtis Hollingsworth and Samantha Roquet of Augusta and Shreveport, daughter of... I can't do it. Daughter of Feldman.
He comes in Steve and goes out Edie.
Listen, I thought about what you were saying, and going to Japan is not worth losing you. You and me, Blanche, we are a team.
Oh, this is too funny.
I don't have to leave the country.
I'm not a Gabor.
You're telling me. Listen, big news. Zsa Zsa's coming to town.
Gloria is coming here?
I wish I knew why you two didn't get along. I just don't understand it. For some reason, you've always been jealous of my good daughter.
Mush. Look who's calling the vase Ming.
There's just one hitch. I need 3 more people to get the group rate at the hotel.
I thought hotels always gave you the group rate.
Yes, sweetheart, but this is for the whole night.
You know, being at her funeral today made me start thinking about how quickly life can pass you by. Maybe I ought to be more adventurous in my life.
More adventurous? The Kama Sutra had to publish a supplement because of you.
I'm not talking about men. I'm talking about things I've always wanted to do, but never got around to
I
trying.
get herpes listening to this story. At what point in the evening did you finally meet George?
Well, I didn't meet George that Christmas Eve. That was the next Christmas Eve, but that was a boring story. I said I was going to tell you an exciting story.
Ladies, look, I hate to see people just rank hard.
Gunilla gets a catalog. And Ilsa, the girl who could make bad food good.
Look, Rose, if you don't do the part, there won't be any play. Now, this is a project that I care about deeply, but I don't want you doing it for my sake.
Don't worry, girls. The audience had a real good time, and they got their money back on top of it.
That's not what we're talking about, you titmouse. We were talking about how humiliated we all were by Patrick.
Oh, you're right. I feel so common.
So happened to be Popeye.
Hiya, Jake. What can I do for you?
We like the best table in the house.
You got it, buddy.
Oh, this is great, thanks. And we'll have the usual.
All right.
Are you sure this is the best table in the house?
Did you get a splinter when you sat down?
No.
And this is...
About.
You have no license. You're not allowed to drive.
Curses.
Oh, Dorothy Good, I'm glad you're here. I want you to help me to go through these papers I sent for. They're to authenticate my family tree.
Oh.
Well, tomorrow I have to present it out loud at the Daughters of the Old South.
I think
think it's time you told her, Clayton.
Told me what?
I wanted you to meet Doug for a very important reason.
Well, why?
Blanche, we're getting married.
David, I ought to give you a good talking to, but I'm just so glad you're all right. I'm willing to overlook this little incident. Now, come on, I want you to meet my friend.
Hello, David. I'm Dorothy. This is Rose.
Hello, David.
Hey, what's happening?
Oh, hi, Dorothy.
Man, what's all that stuff?
Well, I know how down in the dumps we've both been since Rose moved out, so I thought I'd buy us a little something to cheer us up.
Oh, how sweet of you.
I know. This is for me. This is for me. This is for me.
Well, I want to tell you something. I love you more than anything.
Even more than the Dodgers on 5-cent beer night?
Okay, even more than that.
Wow. Daddy, I love you.
I love you too, kiddo. Come on, let's go to the zoo.
Blanche? Oh, hi. I found this picture of your mother and father. What do you want me to do with it?
Mrs. Bornak?
Mrs. Petrillo?
No wonder I'm up in the middle of the night working my way through the cheese keeper. Thank God I don't have the thighs of a normal woman. I tried to talk her out of it. She says she has thought it through and there is no change in her mind.
Well, it might not be so...
Some away from being a potato.
Yeah, well, I gotta get up early tomorrow. I need to get to sleep, Dorothy.
Yeah, you're wearing your toupee to bed. That means one of two things. Either there's a woman in your bed or Suzanne Summers is on The Tonight Show.
Would you get to your point, Dorothy?
I didn't come here to see you. I came here to talk to her.
Your life and hers. I got dibs on Rose's room.
Sophia, you just don't understand.
Please, Rose, what I forgot you'll never know. Tell her, Dorothy, how bad off I was when I had my stroke.
You were really sick, Ma. You know, in the beginning, she couldn't walk, she couldn't talk, she couldn't even feed herself.
All I could do...
Oh, Dorothy. Oh, a secondhand sweatshirt with my name misspelled on it. Oh, you're right, Dorothy. I love it.
Rose, that is the...
That's right. $50 if she stops singing, and I'll throw in another 50 if you slam the piano lid on her fingers.
Ma, after Gloria and I get the patio door boarded up, we really should head for the shelter.
Oh, Dorothy.
What's the matter, kid?
Better if you talk to her.
All right, I'll talk to her, but I can't promise anything else.
I once wrote some letters to my nanny.
We know, Rose. She ate them.
Good morning, Dorothy.
Don't start, Rose, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. That good morning crack was way out of line.
Oh, no, it's me. I was up all night.
And we do. Leave them alone. You're always here looking. It's sick.
I'm not always here, Sophia. I work.
You call me at lunchtime. Sophia, go take a look.
They need an aphrodisiac.
An African what?
An aphrodisiac. It's a substance that makes you feel sexy.
Been fair to Holly. Now, I spent 3 afternoons with her this week, and she was lovely company each time. Last night, she even took me out to Antonio's.
Antonio's? But that's right down by my office. Why didn't you guys call?
Holly did call. She said, somebody said you weren't there.
But I was.
Oh, well, I guess it was just a mix-up. But the point...
Oh, Rose, honey, now don't let this personal thing depress you.
Dorothy, I can't help it. I haven't been this depressed since I was rejected by Uncle Sam.
Well, honey, if he was your uncle, it wasn't meant to be. It's not like... Rose, whatever it is you're thinking, It isn't true.
Good, then George Bush isn't married to his mother.
Boy, that was easier than I thought.
This lock has been tampered.
Rose Nyland, you are St. Olaf's Woman of the Year! Oofda!
Wait, did I tell you that Larry Krause called the other day?
Really? Did he ever get married?
3 times. Actually 4 if you count Victor.
Fortune. That man is guilty.
Oh, come on, that's circumstantial evidence. I mean, it's not enough to convict him.
Well, actually, the more damning evidence was a snapshot they found of Duncan dressed in scuba gear, drag and tip his body down the stairs wrapped in a carpet. My heart is pounding in my ears. But then again, it always pounds in my ears. I could see the finish line. It was only 200-300 yards away. And then it happened. What every runner dreads. I hit the wall.
Ma, you ran out of steam.
No, I actually hit a wall.
Let's say 1, 2, 6 months.
Dorothy, I have a stack of papers that we need to go over before the surgery.
Surgery?
Finally going ahead with that hair transplant?
Sophia, not everybody knows this isn't real.
Oh, please. Stevie Wonder could tell it's a rug.
Believe me, I wish it.
Doing this because I wanted to help, because I know what it's like to lose the most important person in your life, but this isn't right. Look, Marvin, I like you, but I saw how you looked at Sarah a moment ago. I don't think you could ever look at me that way.
Realize how hard it was to find you? Do you realize?
You're here because your daughter wanted us to keep an eye on you, and I'm afraid we cannot do that anymore. Miss Bornak, please don't bring her back.
Keep an eye on me? Is that true?
Look, Ma, I'm not going to lie to you. This man is a patient here. He could be dangerous. Let's get out of here before he starts causing trouble.
Well, we're meeting Holly. Didn't she mention it to you?
No. I suppose you'll say it's just a silly mix-up. Well, I'm not falling for that again. I'm not going.
Fine, Rose, fine. But I do think it's time that you realize that Holly is a terrific person and would not do anything to hurt you. I should submit his story in the district contest.
I think you should. Oh, he's a very special kid, Dorothy.
Oh, he really is. I'm just crazy about him. He wants so much to learn. You know, he gets this look in his eyes when he's listening to me. You don't see that look very often. I think that look is the whole reason that teachers...
संग पिल्लूगे मुझे सपनी संग पिल्लूगे मुझे सपनी संग पिल्लूगे मुझे सपनी संग पिल्लू ग तुझ्यासाठी माझ्या बघतो तुझ्यासाठी सांग बघतो तुझ्यासाठी काय करतो आता खरंच ग जीव तुला बघून लागतोय जीव तुला बघून लागतोय सांग पिल्लू ग तुझ्यासाठी काय करतो सांग पिल्लू ग तुझ्यासाठी काय करतो सांग पिल्लू ग तुझ्यासाठी काय करतो अगं दे ना ग नंबर लवकर